Hi everyone, welcome to another video, and today we have the brand new Lenovo T14 Gen 3. I've waited pretty long time for Lenovo to change the look of the device, this line, the T14. I think we've waited now for over, I would say, 4 generations from the T480. We've waited for a big change. And now we have it. There is a lot to talk about. There is some good stuff about it, some bad stuff about it. I'll try to go through each and every one of them, and we'll see everything in this video. But before I'll start this device, I want to go through all the ports that it's offering. So on the right side, we have card reader. Over here we have a USB with the fast speed, Kensington lock. On the left side we have aux, USB, HDMI, Type-C, Type-C, and Ethernet port. I think we've missed the Ethernet port in the last generation. I think we didn't have it in the last generation. I need to double check it, but I might be right. This is Thunderbolt 4, just to be. And behind it, if you have the optional card, over here you have a place for a SIM card if you want. You don't, it's not a must. So let's open it up. I'm going to start it up, and while it's loading, I'll tell you a few things about it. So this one is an i7 12th generation, 40 gigs of RAM, which is a lot. You can open a bunch of applications and just have a lot of space to work with. 32 is the bare minimum for me, but not everyone like me likes a lot of RAM and would like to spend this kind of money. So this version is the touch screen version that's not reflective. This is a full HD screen. I didn't go with the 4K because I think that this small screen does not need a 4K screen, but it's 16 by 10, which is, I do like it because there is much more space for the screen. But the problem is with videos online, there are black bars from here. I mean, like tiny parts of black bars. So you feel like you went back, like, I don't know, 10 years when we had like the good resolution video which couldn't fit the whole screen. This is how it feels with this device. I'll show you the rest of the specs. You know what? Let's go through the task manager. I think it's could be even better. So the CPU is i7 1260p and 40 gigs of RAM. I know, again, it's a lot. I know, I do understand it, and I'm pretty sure this laptop top specs at 48, but we need to check. Maybe they've upgraded it to 64 in this generation. The last generation was 48 for sure. I think the looks of it, and maybe the CPU, if you are a CPU intensive guy or person, I mean, then yeah, it's just the CPU. But the rest of it, there is a few changes. So first of all, we have a fingerprint right where is the start button. It's not something to take for granted because the last generation of laptops and the one before it, and you get the idea, we had like a place over here for a fingerprint. Nowadays, if it's on the start button, it means it's new. We had it for, I think, now 3 generations with the P series, the P1 series. For me, it's really useful. I think for other people as well. And it looks much cleaner. Also, if you do know the latest, the previous generation of this kind of keyboards, you know that there is something a little bit different with this one. Do you get what's different? I'll tell you what's different. It's really square down here. Square, square, square. It used to be just like this one, the smile. We used to have like smile over these. I do want to thank Lenovo, and I don't understand what's going on with Lenovo, but some trackpads are soft as hell, and I love these, and some are like when you're feeling the laptop. I can't explain, you have to touch it yourself. But with this one, it's smooth, and it feels nice, it's soft, and it's wide, and it's good. It's kind of, I think it was taken from the P series, the P1. Again, there is a lot of resemblance between the P1 and the T14 this year. That's a must say. Another thing, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but the laptop is kind of grayish. It's not black like it used to be. And also, I'll try to see if you see that the laptop is not like 90 degree, it's like slips from here. That's something old of me to say, but for me, seeing a laptop that's with not 90 degree sides of screen of the laptop feels cheap. I do have another Lenovo over here. I know it's not from the same line, extra thing. But the keyboard is like the previous version, and as you can see, the fingerprint is the same like the last year, and the screen pretty much. This one isn't touch, but you can see the similarities. And it's 90 degree. This is what Lenovo used to be. They changed it. And if I close it, you see this one is gray dash black. This one is black. Anyways, enough chit chat. You wanna see how fast the SSDs are, right? So I'll run this test and let you know once it's done. So here it is. It's done. It's not the fastest, but it's really okay. I know the faster ones are around the 7,000, reading the 4,000, right? Something around those numbers. But if you are an office user or you're looking for your office users, you really don't need anything more than that. Now, here is the part where I have to complain or say what I don't like about this device, which I do have some. So we'll start with one of the most important things for Lenovo's or any laptop in this regard is the trackpad. And I'll show you what I mean by complaining about the trackpad. When I just, touch it. You see, I lightly touching it, but there is a sound which it shouldn't make. It just means that the trackpad isn't sitting right. It might be fixed under warranty, but for example, this trackpad, I do the same thing. You see no sound and the trackpad does not move. It moves, but not as hard as the T14 Generation 3 does. Another complaint is the light of the keyboard. I think this year, or maybe it's regarding of this keyboard change, the lights are just a little bit dimmed than the previous generations. Let's go again for the older generation. You see there is much more light. So if you are, for example, walking in a dark environment. Maybe you find this one just not enough, or maybe this one too much. But I think we've got used to this type of this light, the old light. The new one a little bit dimmed. Now, what about sound? How's the sound? Then let me show you or give an example of a sound test, just for you to see how okay these speakers are. By the way, I think they are better than the previous versions because this one has a little bit more bass to it. Well, I guess that's it. I do like this device. There are a few things that can be changed, but basically it's okay. And I could recommend it for anyone who needs an office laptop with a touch and fine keyboard and just all around good device. Thank you for watching. If you have any question regarding this laptop, please do let me know and I'll be glad to assist you. Thank you.